What's the worst that could happen? Is we talk for an hour, go, that sucked. Let's dump the whole thing and start over. Because that buys me another drink. It's day 23 as far as you're concerned, and fucking Chad Shank's back. I guess you heard from some people.
Yeah, I got a few messages. I'm glad that everybody's nice to me, because I'd hate to be like Troy Holm, where everybody's on the end of your wrath coming down, because I forget my phone makes noise until you do something like that, and then it starts buzzing and making all kinds of noises.
We've had a few Troy Holm light on this, just this 30-day thing. So for the last 22, there's been some characters that have come out, but I'm not even going to fucking mention their names anymore, because you just make me crazy continuing that. But I will mention, we did hear from Peldma. I don't even know his first name. We just call him Peldma. That's a really Mad Magazine kind of name. This is some guy that sent me $200 to kind of critique his podcast, which we did really cold, brutally. And then didn't hear back from him. I'm like, wow, were we too mean to that guy? Because we just kind of talked about him on the podcast and never heard another word. But he did. He actually sent us some CDs of his podcast all cleaned up. With a long, like a 20-minute, here's just to Doug and Chaille.
A personal message.
Yeah, we listened to that, and I got it in the Tahoe, which So when I'm driving around to the grocery store, I'll listen to it. I try to listen to it today, some of the other stuff, and just to hate it, because I know it's not going to be much different, Peldma. We know that, but the girls were in the car and they were cackling, so I shut it off. So on my silent mornings of hate and rage, I'll drive around and go, this podcast stinks more than mine. But that was very nice of you to make that effort to get back to us after we shit all over your podcast. The last time I saw Chad Shank, except for briefly, where you were at the when I showed up because I get the call that Bingo is having EMTs attend to
the
her.
ambulance, yeah.
Yeah, it was because she was having a fucking piano moved for her video.
Yeah, and onto the stage at the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she had Chad and Joby and Derek and Kenny and so yeah, I showed up, which is nice to run into an old friend at a scene of an accident where they're strapping your fucking girlfriend into a neck brace, into a gurney, and taking her vital signs, and she's delirious and doesn't know where she is. And then you see all your buddies are there.
Oh, hey,
So you go over and fucking swap out some hugs and high fives. Be right there, baby. What are you doing, man? Last time I talked to you, Chad Shank, you had a fucking walnut for a prostate, then you were going to try to ignore it away.
I do like the new standing arrangement for the podcast. That helps the prostate problem.
Yeah, when you called and you said it was fucking bad, like you're trying to have to force a piss and whatnot.
Oh, man. It's some bad shit. I never had no problem. They kept asking me if I had an STD, so I guess STDs can cause prostate problems, but I looked up online.
Unchecked, probably, right?
I looked up online. Yeah. I think they said like jerking off too much can cause it too. I don't know why I got it, but I got some sort of.
I guess we'll hear about it on Twitter. Because if there's a crew that can answer that question.
Yeah. I think our listeners might help you out. I've had so many fucking medical problems that I just cured by tweeting about, like, all right, what was that? The chalazions on my eye. Like, all right, what are these fucking weird lumps? And then like, Dr. Steve from the Opie and Anthony show. Hang on, it's probably. Yeah, I've had them myself. You can go to YouTube and see them being removed. They kind of went away. Fucking everything I've had has eventually gone away. So
I just usually wait.
You said, well, the doctor, they said I should definitely go to the hospital. And then my wife looked it up online as a second opinion, and she said I should definitely go to the hospital, but I got to go all the way to Tucson to the VA hospital, and that's a pain in the ass. So I'm just going to...
Like 4-hour wait, probably. I'm not going to sit there for that shit. I can't smoke weed. I'll probably be there for a couple of days.
So is it...
I went to the local VA hospital. They give me some, they give me antibiotics, and I'm taking those, and it's somewhat subsided. It's weird. I get weird raging boners that are bigger than any other boner for the first couple of weeks, I kept showing them to my wife every time. Look at this. Leave me alone. This is gigantic.
It's all piss.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know what it was. Oh, fuck, they hurt though. It's bad.
Jesus.
But so yeah, the it was like a plum, like someone shoved a plum up my ass, and like.
Did you go in after it? Like, did you fucking root around in there?
The chick at the doctor's office did.
Nice.
And
slower.
Oh my God! She's like, that's not a good fucking sign. Yeah, that's really big. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't know if I should feel
Is it
proud.
bigger than your boyfriend's?
Yeah. I felt kind of proud at first, and then I realized that's probably not a good thing. So
Got a big prostate.
It's getting better.
So that's the fix, is they give you some antibiotics?
Yeah.
See, you can't pronounce that. He says antibiotics on purpose.
I just wanted to say that.
It's called ciprofloxacin.
Yeah?
It's weird they have to give you a special thing with it. Apparently it causes your ligaments. It can cause one of the side effects. It can cause your ligaments to detach from your bones or some weird shit like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. I've never had to take them.
So you threw them away.
I've been taking them.
Oh my! That's just a crazy. That's
I don't-
Billy Bad did that.
I don't move a lot.
Remember?
that story? Yeah, Billy Batty's a buddy up in Alaska. He earned his name, but he was trying to lift a hot tub or something by himself.
At his cabin.
Go ahead.
And as he's lifting it up, he's trying to get it into the back of the truck, and it's like that one more, and like his muscle tore off of his arm, like
wherever it was attached, like his bicep down here, and he said it was like a cartoon where it rolled up and just detached, and the whole muscle just swing right up to
like an old curtain or something.
Yeah.
a shade that you let go.
He wasn't laying in bed watching Game of Thrones, though, was he? Because that's what I've been doing.
He was after that.
Well, no. After that, he had to drive himself to a hospital.
Yeah.
He was at the cabin by himself.
Yeah, I don't care what the side effects were. If they said it would make that shit go away, I'll make it go away. That's some of the worst pain ever.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's an antibiotic thing.
Yeah. That's like
ciprofloxacin something, and you have to take it for a long ass time.
Yeah, because it's been a while since I talked to you. I don't know, fucking days dragged.
2 weeks.
This fucking day 23. Like, really? It feels like I just gave up and created a new lifestyle. Like, I go back to what? I don't know what I used to do. It doesn't seem like I did much different. I don't even remember.
I think that's a good sign.
Yeah, well, fucking Joby came over here for 5 minutes today, and the first thing I did was look at his tit pocket for those Winstons, and he had them. And
on my way over here, usually I'll call or text Doug and do you need anything before I pass the grocery
bag
store?
Of ice and a pack of Marlboro Lights never hurts.
And I was on my way, and it was the first time I went to call, and I was like, oh, no, I'm not even going to call. I'm just going to go over.
But it wasn't even like, oh my God, I'm gonna break. I just, all right, he's got cigarettes. I know it's not. I don't feel like, I can't even smoke. Well, I could, I could definitely, and I probably would if he hung around. And I'm glad he left. So it was fucking. So yeah, I saw you at Bingo's. I know you talked to her for a minute. She doesn't seem there.
No,
that's at one point today. It's I was gonna say it's not funny, but it's definitely funny. But I'm not serious.
Yeah.
In that, her head is fucking gone. She biffed it well enough. Today I said to her, I go, have you even showered yet? Like, she had blood in the emergency room. She had blood caked to the back of her skull from where she was sitting. I evidently was spurting.
With her heartbeat. Kind of.
Yeah, the eye was spurting when they got there. Fortunately, I missed that part.
You could see the big spray on the ground right there from when I first rolled her over. She was 2 steps behind me. We had just walked out of the school there, and we were going down to meet Derek, and then we walked out, and I've heard behind me just that sick smack. I've heard it before. There's no other sound like it than somebody's head hitting the asphalt, and they did not try to stop themselves. So I knew what I was going to see when I turned around, and she was just face down, just wigging out. And
she was fully
she was fully involved in it. I knew right away she was having a seizure. Yeah, there was no mistaking it. And I just rolled her over, and Kenny was Johnny on the spot, ran over.
And for everyone out there, I appreciate all the texts, and Bingo will too. If her fucking head ever comes back, I'll tell her about it. But she's not epileptic. So everyone is hey, I'm epileptic too. So I know she's not epileptic. She's had 2 seizures. The first one she didn't tell anyone about, like a few days before, and then that one. And so we have to go to a neurologist. She's never had seizures before, so this is not like we have no idea. Well, we have some hypotheses, but
I've had seizures from psych meds before too.
Yeah, the fucking doctor at the emergency ward said, "Well, that's 99% of the seizures we get, we can't account for. So that's why they call it epilepsy, because they don't know what else to call it." And I go, kind of like autism, or Asperger's. Yeah, you just have a name.
The what is that?
Fibromyalgia.
Fibromyalgia. Now
I hurt generally.
Yeah. What's the tired all the time one? Oh, chronic fatigue, I guess.
Or Epstein-Barr.
Oh, Epstein-Barr. Yeah. He's got all the fucking psychosomatic, attic insane. So yeah, she's got a dog. She had to, it's so fucking small town here. Oh, when I asked her if she showered yet, because the fucking caked on blood in her hair, it was like dreads. She filmed a fucking video. She actually filmed that. I don't know how they got her to film it, but she pulled it off with the eye. But she still, and I said, you haven't showered, because she's pretty fucking rank. And that scab, that will come off if you fucking just get in the shower for 10 minutes. And a lot of that shit that's flaking off your face, black fucking blood, dried.
Still grounded in dirt.
Yeah.
Asphalt.
And she goes, well, it just happened yesterday. And I went, ooh,
no,
honey, it's Wednesday. That happened Saturday. And then she, that look of, I imagine that's what your Alzheimer's grandpa gets when dad realizes, ooh, it's getting to time. No, I'm Cindy, Dad. Barbara's your older daughter. You're not my wife? So she gave me the, no, it's not yesterday, baby. So yeah, to get the emergency room said you got to get whatever. Someone has to send you to a neurosurgeon. Your primary care physician has to send you to a neurosurgeon. So her primary care, we have a fucking clinic we go to if we need anything.
Yeah.
So that's as primary as it gets. And that guy couldn't even get her. She has to go. She couldn't just make a fucking call. Just, all right, a neurosurgeon. Well, here, I'll have my fucking secretary patch you through to fucking Jim up in Tucson. No, she has to schedule an appointment. So she had to wait a fucking week. On Friday, she goes to see him so he can send her somewhere else, which will take another fucking week. And meanwhile, she doesn't know where she is, what day it is. She always talks. I mean, she's there. Is this
yeah.
But she talks like she just woke up all the time.
Slower.
Yeah. She talks like she's on pain meds, and they gave her no pain meds.
That's what I kind of thought, too. You just said that. I didn't know. I thought maybe she had pain meds or something.
Fuck. You know what? I just realized, I hope someone's monitoring her meds, meaning her friends that are in town.
That's what I was going to ask you, is because she's on a pretty good schedule of regular meds.
Yeah, when she gets back, I should have her come over here once a day. And we'll set her meds out in front of her, and then I can have them with my shit when I take my poop pills.
Yeah, you can give her the.
I've been shitting black. Hey, do you like caviar? No, you're not a sushi guy, right?
What a weird series of questions.
It's actually dark green, but I just rapid cycled through a bunch of thoughts there. It's so nice to have fucking Chad back.
It doesn't seem weird to me. I'm the same way. I haven't talked to anybody since the last time I talked to you, so it's great. I'm on track.
We're drinking Negronis tonight. Chad Shank is opted out.
Yeah, no thanks.
He's having a Bud Light, which is a nice cocktail in itself. But
and some marijuana.
Oh yeah, that's the actual name from the
Green Pharmacy in Bisbee. Marijuana.
Always nice to like what. How many fucking businesses would love to do that? Like how many TGI Fridays like guy would like? How do we just like say it's like heroin? Oh, it's you bet you can't eat just one. No, I want to actually say heroin. Can we call them heroin wings? Because you're just gonna keep fucking banging these down your head. We can't say heroin. Well, the fucking Green Pharmacy, they're a pot dealer. Yeah. Why can't we do that? You could.
I've gotten some called green crack before. No shit.
I'll suck your dick. Can I get some more of that? I'll suck your dick.
Bloomin' onion.
Oh shit.
I'll suck your dick, bloomin' onion. Beautiful. Fucking Chaille. The little bit of Pelma podcast we did listen to, Chaille had the only punchlines, and he was killing. Like Chaille's in the car listening to it. He's fucking killing.
And I'm trying not to talk because I know you're listening.
He's telling some run-on story with no fucking punchlines about, I guess, being in a whorehouse and fucking some woman in a whorehouse, and there's a mirror there, and that's talking about some esoteric fucking religious experience or leaving his body or something. Like, and when I looked at her and I could see myself in the mirror, I was like, I was out of my mind or something. And Chaille goes, so were the guys that were looking from behind the mirror. Like, wow, there is a laugh in here, but you have to have Chaille in the car.
I come with every CD.
Yeah, we're drinking Negronis. What is this? This is a whiskey?
You got it right there.
Circled. My fucking reading glasses on. Okay. Oh, it's gin. It's 1 ounce gin, 1 ounce sweet vermouth, 1 ounce Campari, and 1 slice of orange, which really does a fucking.
We have a blood orange. That's the blood orange you got today.
It's a blood orange.
Yeah.
Speaking of, this is called the Chad's prostate. It's got the blood orange. That's the difference between a Negroni and the fucking shank steak.
I squoze it myself.
And it's good. It's bitter and nice. Good drink if you're only gonna have 2.
Well, it's got that the Campari, I guess, is aromatic. And that's that kind of aftertaste. Well, it starts out good, and then it turns into like kind of like if you started an orange by biting into it. That kind of.
I got this book I ordered on the Amazon. It's called Vintage Spirits and Forgotten Cocktails, and it's all Prohibition era old timey cocktails with the recipes, which is nice. It gives you some history on the drinks. And then the recipe is all I really gave a fuck about. And it's cool. It's spiral bound, so it looks like an old Betty Crocker cookbook. And I don't really give a fuck about the history. Sometimes you pick up a little thing. Like, I think, did we talk about the French 75s named after French, French 75. It's like, I don't know, I think bourbon or vodka with champagne. And it was called a French 75 based on the 75 millimeter cannons the French used in World War I. And the kick of the cannon was like, all right, this has a kick. It's champagne French, but it's got a kick, which is the vodka. I saw one recipe with bourbon and champagne.
Oh, I don't know.
A lot of these.
Yeah.
All right, so that's nice to know.
You look long enough. Yeah.
The point is, if you're drinking French 75s at a bar and you need something as a conversation starter,
let's do those before.
It's a double sadness.
Sorry.
The point is, so I got it for the recipes because we're doing this like every night for at least 7 more nights. And every fucking recipe I opened this to when I first got it has something that doesn't exist, or unless you're in liquor world, the biggest liquor store in the world that prides themselves on having everything that ever, like a museum of liquor. You're not going to be able to make any of these fucking drinks. So whatever your name is, the author, you're a fucking asshole. Here's recipes in theory, I should have said. With recipes, asterisk, in theory, as a footnote. All right, here, let's go. This is Oh, a Golden Dawn. What's in the Golden Dawn?
Is that DON or DAWN?
Dawn. DAWN.
Okay.
The Golden Dawn. Ingredient right off the bat: 3/4 ounce Calvados. Do you have any Calvados in your bar? What the fuck is a Calvados? It's capital, so it's a proper name. Dry gin, got it. Apricot brandy, could probably find it even in Bisbee, maybe. Probably apricot. Orange juice, got it. Pomegranate grenadine. Okay, thank you. Was that fucking big in Prohibition? Was pomegranate a flavor that they just invented like 10 years ago? The fruit might have existed, but they didn't have pomegranate flavored shit or fucking acai with the little squirrely sperm thing over the sea. I don't know it. Do you even know how to pronounce that?
Acai.
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 Acai. I know. It's still
Acai.
something a fucking samurai says when he's slicing a fucking melon or some fucking chink's head off. Acai! Pomegranate fucking grenadine. You go, okay. Then you fucking turn the page and you go, please, okay. I honestly, like 9 in a row where I'm like, all right, we got the hanky panky. They go in alphabetical order. Okay, 1.5 ounces gin, 1.5 ounces sweet vermouth, and then just 2 dashes of Fernet Branca. Oh, I was so close. I had the first 2. Oh, I had cherry, and if I just got that third cherry, I'd have a hanky panky. But no, the fucking Fernet Branca. I don't. Excuse me, Safeway. Do you have any of that Fernet Branca from the olden times?
Drink your hanky and shut up. Don't worry about the panky.
Goes on. Oh, this one has red pomegranate. Oh, real pomegranate grenadine. I guess the other one was fake shit.
Imitation.
You know, since you said that, I looked it up. Grenadine is made with pomegranate juice, sugar, and water. That's what grenadine is.
So they were just specifying.
Well, this is real pomegranate. Now we're getting deep. And this one has, I don't even know what, have a heart cocktail. 1 ounce or 3/4 ounce Swedish punch. And it's spelled almost like beer hall putsch is. Like it's all fucked up. Punsch. Punch. Swedish punch. Please to have some punch for my cocktail.
It's right here, Doug. This will totally solve the mystery. Here's Rose's grenadine syrup, and you're concerned with why they're calling it pomegranate grenadine.
Wait, what is that?
This is Rose's grenadine.
Oh.
So, as you can see here in the ingredients, high fructose corn syrup, water, citric acid.
Well, what did that was supposed to be? What was the other shit?
No, the Rose's lime. That's different.
Oh, wait, hang on. What did you just say? I'm all fucking screwed up.
No, the pomegranate grenadine, they're just saying pomegranate grenadine. That is what grenadine is.
Okay.
But then I went to go check our Rose's grenadine, which has
no pomegranate.
It's just corn syrup and flavorings. So
maraschino liqueur. Is that like cherry brandy? I don't know. Maybe if I read the words in the beginning of the book, it would like spell some of this shit out. So anyway, we did make some Negronis. It sounds like Brooklyn Italian slang. You fucking Negroni, suck my bucket dick. You fucking you gamouche, you fucking Negroni, you fuck. Let's go take a break. We'll get back with more chatter. We're gonna get into Chad Shank's prostate with the what do you call that camera? I forget the name of it.
I was gonna say a speculum.
I'm doing the inchworm with my finger.
Archroscopic.
It's like that, but it's not that at all. That goes in your knee. That's Joe Rogan does that to clean out his fucking bad knees all the time. Get that? What do you?
But we don't have that camera, so you'll have to use your finger.
Colonoscope. Thank you, the lady in the back. Thank you, Tracy. All right, we'll be back with more fucking peppy talk after these messages.
Hey, this is the Boston Marathon Bomber, and even I can't pronounce my own name. And you're listening to the Doug Stanhope Podcast.
And now a peek into Santa's handbag. What did we get today in the mail? Bingo's friends, the filmmakers, they're down here, and yesterday we got a bunch of shit. We got the bottle of vodka, and they walk in, and we get all this stuff, the empty boxes, and they're like, people just send you stuff, and I get that bottle of 42 Below vodka, and Bingo's got all sorts of shit, and flowers, and tulips, and he goes, does that happen every day? And I go, yeah, pretty much. Like, I want to fucking be you. I mean, yeah, you should have been. Like, I love it. I can't wait. I think I've already said this, that Sundays I just want to eat Xanax and sleep away the day because there's no threat. We get the triple threat, the UPS. The mail comes early. Mail gets here at 10:30 to 11. And then if you get blanked on that, Tuesday seems to be a suck day generally. Yesterday we did good. Tuesday is a fucking weak-ass mail day. But then you go, oh, there's still UPS and FedEx. What am I going to get? I go, one thing today, this guy sent me this, like a 1965 collector's edition, The Big News Yearbook. And it's just fun to look at shit. Ronald Reagan, will he be governor? It's really good. The Negro Revolution. And so, yeah, it's like old schooly news. And on the back, this is fucking great. Look, you can mail order. This is what we were talking about, Mother, how she'd send out the packages.
The merch would
Remember when you used to order something, it would say, wait 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. So these people can kiss my ass. That's when Mother would do merch. You go, that doesn't work anymore, Mom. There's no more 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. On the back of this, there's a bunch of like these, the things that when you open a magazine and the shit that drops out to try to get you to subscribe to it. But this thing's full of them, all 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. No,
is that a note?
That was the note from the dude. But the back on the back, there's a joke book. Be the crack up at your party. It's fun to be a Polak. It's a whole fucking book of Polak jokes. Mail away for $1. The joke book that's sweeping the country. The party joke book to end all party joke books. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that probably ended it. It's fucking.
No more jokes.
No more jokes.
No more jokes.
But I get cartoons for coons coming. What? No, they ended
Come
that.
on, it's fun to be a Polak.
Yeah, they ended that with the Polacks. The joke books are no longer. For just $1 or 25 zloty, that's going to be Polish currency. I see what they're doing. You can be the mirth man of the hour. You can also keep a copy on your desk or in your lunch basket to convulse your buddies. Yeah, it's fun to be a Polak to work.
Leave it on your desk as a conversation starter.
I fucking hope when they wrap up that sorry bag of shit show Mad Men, which I loved at the beginning, and it just, all right, come on, fucking make that be some reason to kill a guy again. The guy hung himself. That was fun. Yeah, I would love to see it's fun to be a Polak in the final episode of Mad Men. Like, that's how he gets fired. That's how Don Draper, that's his undoing, is he has, it's fun to be a Polak on his desk, right when that became uncool to have. And they go, we're firing you. And by the way, this whole Don Draper thing, turns out, this whole POW MIA thing, where they're going back to find the fucking, they found Don Draper. All buried in a hole. You're not him. All right, if you've watched Mad Men, you'd know. But yeah, I'm letting the cat out of the bag. It ends with him being fired for having it's fun to be a funny to be a fun or funny fun to be a Polak. And they have the guy in a white wife beater with a fucking some kind of.
Of course,
he's got a drink like ours. He's got like a zombie in his hand.
He's a Negroni.
Yeah,
in his boxers.
I wish I could. Let's try to find this book. Hey, find that book for me on eBay. You don't have to buy it, but trying to find It's Fun to Be a Polak, and that's Polak. There's no C in it. Just Polak. Polak. That's that. I guess on my top 10 songs that are not going to make it as a closing song, I guess I gave you 9. So I guess I forgot to say, and this is what Chaille does when he's fucking editing things. Pricks. Oh, I'm looking at a fucking wrong list. It was the one I missed was "Keep Me in Your Heart for a While" by Warren Zevon. There was at least 5 Warren Zevon songs that were in the running, and that was just too low tempo, sad. It's a fucking great song. So yeah, if you're making a playlist of the top 10, that was the 10th. I guess I skipped it last night. Maybe we should let Chad pick the song tonight.
From your list or from his?
Well,
his playlist?
No, I have a list somewhere. But hey, you know what? First of all, speaking of Chad Shank, since we got him here, let's go to the much neglected crime scene here in Bisbee. Chad Shank is going to read the police beat. Chad, are you there with me?
A white truck with a trailer hit a speed bump on Barnett Road and lost part of its load. The driver got out, examined it, then left without picking his load back up.
And it's all too often that we hear stories like this, so please make sure to stay alert and stay vigilant and call in any kind of erroneous reports like this, because you never know when you might save a life. Chad Shank, what else do you have for us out there?
Well, Doug, I just want to add, always pick up your load as well. Just be courteous.
You know what? That's a good sentiment.
A thin white male wearing a black hat jumped up and looked in the window of a house on Shearer Avenue.
And you know what? That's not just profiling before we start getting a lot of emails and phone calls. That's not profiling. That's just that's trying to be safe in a world that grows ever more dangerous. Thanks, Chad. Anything else we should know about?
A subject was asked to leave the Copper Queen Hotel, but stayed on the front porch talking to himself.
Well, you know what? It takes a certain kind of spirit that can get out there on those mean streets and have the courage to take all this in and report back to us. Thank you, Chad Shank. We'll see you next on the next broadcast. Thank you, Chad. And now, with the word of the day, our sponsor today for the word of the day. Who is our sponsor today? Hey, those animals aren't going to feed themselves, so come on down here to DeBure's Feed and Seed in Mattoon, Illinois. DeBure's Feed and Seed is a 4th-generation retail store located in downtown Mattoon. We sell a huge selection of pet feed and supplies horse feed and other livestock feed, along with many products for your lawn and garden. We are service-oriented. To service you, we're up with the roosters. If you don't believe me, just listen to what some of our customers are saying about DeBure's Feed and Seed. Rick Watson says, highly recommended, very friendly, and down to earth. Like on Facebook. So come on down to DeBure's Feed and Seed. Give us a call to make sure we're open at 217-234-7373. That's 217-234-7373 at 2001 Western Ave in Mattoon. Tell them the Doug Stanhope podcast sent you. Yeah!
This ad was Doug Stanhope podcast approved.
Let's get to the word of the day. The word of the day today from Roger's Thesaurus of Words for Intellectuals. And yeah, I actually get a giant check from Roger every time I drop that fucking name. And if you want to call me a sellout and one of Roger's little fucking nymphs, what are the Oliver Twist kids? Those little, what do you call them?
Urchins.
Street urchin, yeah.
Roger's urchin.
Yeah, Roger gives me a check signed with his big flowery Liberace signature. Roger is all it says. Glitter comes off the check. Dead serious. All right, this word. This is the word of the day. It's an adjective. Contumacious. Contumacious. Contumacious.
Contumacious.
Contumacious is obstinately resisting authority. I think Chad Shank's here. Disobedient. Insubordinate. Contumacious. Do you always have to be so contumacious? I like, and it also, you think they're about to say cunty. Do you always have to be so contumacious with your backspeak? Please, ma'am. Ma'am.
What did you call me?
You. Hey, beaver face. Don't be contumacious.
How do you spell that?
Contumacious.
Wait.
I like it.
The contumacious defendant eventually had to be gagged. That's how the Roger puts it into a sentence.
Oh.
Contumacious. Contumacious. I don't think anyone's going to use that word in a sentence today. I think they're all going to just ditch this word because they're all excited about hearing this song that they just heard Chad Shank. Yeah, he hit record as soon as you started clearing your pipes. You fucking hit the button.
Chaille sneaky.
I still want to talk about the fucking Indian thing, but I'm trying to do current event. They fucking do this mob in India, like thousands of people. Another Indian chick was raped, and this time the townspeople said no more. Did you read this? And fucking thousands of them went in like old movie style and busted down the jail door and went and fucking got the guy out of jail and drug him out. And they were gonna lynch him, but they accidentally killed him before they could even get to the lynching. Fucking
accidentally killed him before they could hang him.
They drug him too hard.
Oh, they beat him with fucking. They were stoning him. Like it was one of those things. With 1,000 people, you're like, well, how do you want to kill him? And everyone's got an opinion. Don't throw the rocks. We're stringing up a thing. Well, I have nails here. I have nails. A crucifix.
We're not even in the place. He's unconscious.
Yeah, and you go, finally, fucking people are going to stand up for fucking women's rights with all the fucking rape nonsense going on over there in the India. Well, it turns out they only did this because the dude that fucking raped her was Bangladeshi. He was a fucking migrant worker. Like, oh, no fucking, they're stealing all our raping jobs. You fucking... And you should have known that it was not a fucking Indian that did the work because he did it alone. Because the Indians have to gang rape. And my theory is that the Indians gang rape because of their extreme femininity as men. They can't rape alone. They don't have the upper body strength. I think if women didn't exist, Indian men is who we would pleasure ourselves with. They are the women of men. So if there's no women, they're the back of the train. So I think it's almost empowering when an Indian man gets to rape. Because like one-on-one, he can't beat a woman. Like he's going in there, it's a fair fight. So he has to get a bunch of friends, and they do it like trying to work up. So
they have to draw straws for order beforehand. It's a whole process.
It's like you with like when Rogan's in the room or Chad Shank's in the room. All of a sudden you have a little bravado.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking just learn from the Bangladeshis. Don't hate them, India. Just one day maybe you can rape one-on-one. You fucking filthy cowards. If you're an Indian that doesn't rape girls or just does it by yourself, I'm not hammering you. How many Indian gang rapes does it take before a solo artist gets some respect? Or at least I'm like, hey, at least you didn't bring your friends in on this. Like there's no nepotism. It's just straight up one-on-one. Like, all right, not as cowardly. Like, thank you, Judge. Thank you for noticing I'm an artist.
You know how many push-ups I had to do to get this upper body strength to hold her down? Let me get this
straight. In the Doug Stanhope podcast world, not being an Indian that doesn't rape is actually the same as an Indian who rapes solo.
Well, no, not the same. But, I mean, he's next.
Not the same, but equal?
He can league up. Like, he can go, you know what? I proved my point. I raped all by myself, and I'm moving on.
All right.
It's like a subcaste system.
I'm picturing the Indian woman on the bus. It's always on a bus. Is it always on a bus, or do I just hear about the bus one all the time? Well, I'm just picturing it's always on a bus, and then she's getting raped, and the girl's like looking around, going like, "Wow, is this slow season? There's nobody. It's just you." Yeah. Fuck! I'm gonna make my stop.
Every bus in India is overflowing with people. They're hanging on the outside of the bus, right?
Yeah, maybe it's not rape at all.
Are you saying
I'm sorry, I had no other room for my penis.
It's a bumpy
it was
road.
Either my penis or my backpack. I had to choose.
It's a bumpy road they're going down. Come on, my hands are up here.
All right. Glad we got some rape material in. I don't have an open mic where I live, so I can't work out my Indians are the females of men, so they have to rape in packs bit. But by the time I get back on the road, maybe Indian men will have fucking learned that that's not right, and maybe you should fucking respect women. Maybe we should start gang raping Indian men.
We as Americans?
No, just the
three
of us. Just the three of
us.
Like
in Bisbee?
I think there's one.
We're going to get out the phone book.
There is one. I fucking... Hey, hang on. Oh, I know.
You got the map.
Phone book? You got the police beat right here. I'm going to show you. There is one. There's two Asians. I don't know where they live.
Is it a rape story?
You know there's a Chinese restaurant that no one ever goes into?
I've never seen the door open.
Besides Safeway. It's like 3 doors down from Safeway.
Chinaland.
It's, yeah.
It's called Chinaland.
Chinaland or China Garden or something?
Chinaland.
We went in there once just to see if it was actually open. Never seen a soul go in and out of there. We went in once 10 years ago when we moved here, and they seemed weirded out to have customers, and we never went back. But now that place, that hotel, where is it? Come on. It was in, here it is. The San Jose Lodge. It's on Naco Highway. It's a motel, bar, and restaurant that used to just have breakfast all day. That was terrible. They're like, all right, I'll just make my own. And now the restaurant is American Mexican, hint of India. So it's Patel Motel Mafia.
That's the smell drifting over from the lobby. The
exactly.
Hint of India.
Yeah, that's a hint. That's a hint, all right.
Would you like some curry coffee?
Yeah. We just fucking walk in, all of us, and we look at the lady, and she trembles because she's from India, and she knows a fucking group of dudes is always a problem. And we go, we're not here for you this time. Step aside, and you point at the fucking husband. That's how they met. You could have heard a pin drop when Tommy stopped and locked the door.
Drag him out to the parking lot to our bus.
Everyone considered them the coward rapists of the county.
No, please, leave me alone.
Chad goes in by himself, and she's like, I could take him. And then you walk in, and she's like, game over.
All right. Chad, we're going to do your song tonight. I had to pick. I'm going to tell you, I had to cut some. You know what? Maybe we wait for, all right. No, tomorrow. This is a great fucking song. Crash Test Dummies. I get the version where it's just Brad Roberts, the lead singer. He's the fucking guy, that voice. Just a wicked good song. I think I have 3 Superman songs. So it's Superman in the title in my iPod. But this is the fucking one. This is the monster. These are the ones that get cut because I had to boil it down. We only have a week left, and I know what fucking number 1 is. And I have 3 others that I can't ever get cut. So I had to pick between Big Country in a Big Country, Scottish band. Sorry, Scotland, I fucking love you. And I love that song, but it had to go. People know it. I Want to Rock. It's a fucking great song. You want to pump up before a show? Get your yeah-yeahs fucking rocking. You're going to play Fargo at the Nestor's Tavern to 70 people. And you're sitting in raw sewage in the basement. Yeah, I want to rock. So sorry, Twisted Sister.
What do you want to do with your life?
This is a fucking closing song tonight. Hopefully we get more of Chad Shank coming around. This is Crash Test Dummies or Brad Roberts if you get the live version. Superman song. And you really got to listen to the lyrics in this song. This is not a dance number. This is, you got to hear the story. It's a fucking beautiful lyrics. Enjoy.
come along and scoop him up under his arm like that. Quick as a cat in the jungle. But Clark Kent, now there was a real gent. He would not be caught sitting around in no jungle scape, dumb as an ape doing nothing. Superman never made any money for saving the world from Solomon Grundy. And sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. Hey Bob, Soup had a straight job, even though he could have smashed through any bank in the United States, where he had the strength, but he would not. Folks said his family were all dead. The planet crumbled, but Superman, he forced himself to carry on. Forget Krypton and keep going. Well, Superman never made any money for saving the world from Solomon Grundy. Sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. Well, Tarzan was king of the jungle and lord over all the apes, but he could hardly string together for words. I Tarzan Eugene. Sometimes when Soup was stopping crimes, I'll bet that he was tempted to just quit and turn his back on him. Join Tarzan in the forest. But he stayed in the city, kept on changing clothes and dirty old phone books till his work was through. Nothing to do but go on home. Superman never made any money for saving the world from Solomon Grundy. And sometimes I despair the world will never see another man like him. And sometimes I despair the world